Pardon me, boys. Is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Choo-choo. Do you know I just spent the last 10-15 minutes thinking about what song to sing? Yeah, that probably denotes a problem. Anyway, in case you didn't know, this is Vicky, me love Bono, and I'm here to share some of my layouts. I had a little layout making marathon on Friday and probably did, I think, like 4 or 5 layouts. Yeah, I love when I get on a roll like that. Anyway, I have to give a quick and special shout out to Mary Beth. And I'm not going to say channel name. She doesn't do videos, but she just sent me the most awesome private message. And here's why I wanted to give her that special shout out. Is all day long I've been puffing around this place and I've been thinking, oh, I should do a video and get those layouts up, and I finished my layout for Judy Bakes 22, her challenge, and I'll leave more information in the box below, but I just didn't feel like doing a video. And it wasn't no particular reason, but I read her wonderful, well-needed, awesome private message, and it just reminded me why I love YouTube. Well, it reminded me of one of the reasons why I love YouTube. So, I just have to say a special hello and thank you to Mary Beth. And now let me do these videos, because for some reason it looks like my battery is about half dead. So if all of a sudden I cut out on you, that's what happened, guys. Okie dokie. Well, you can tell this is a 12 by 12 layout, and it's my husband and myself back in 1993 or 1994. You know, I'm thinking it was 1993, and that's what I've put on all of the layouts that I've done to this point from our Florida trip. Let me get back here a minute and give you a wide view of the layout before I forget. Just a little bit of it is not fitting into the frame here. And I know personally when I'm watching a layout video, I like to be able to see the whole thing for a minute. Now stick with me here a minute, and then in a second I'll zoom in for you. Let me start with the picture. That's my husband and myself. We were on the St. Petersburg, Florida pier. It was the July 4th weekend. Oh gosh, it was so cool. Casey and the Sunshine Band was there. We were younger. We did have my son with us, so that, that tempered out the party action a little bit for us. But we just had such a great time that day. It was perfect weather. We were in Florida. I have a lot of family in Florida, and we used to live in Florida, actually. Well, my son and my mom and myself, not my husband. I never could talk him into it. And Florida just holds a special place in my heart. I know a lot of people say, oh, I love having 4 seasons. When we lived in St. Pete, Clearwater. And for those of you who are there, and live there, you probably know the area we lived in as being Madeira Beach and Indian Rocks Beach. So anyway, I'm going back 25 years ago. It gets a little chilly in January, and the end of December, January, February. I can deal with that amount of chilliness. I can deal with the hot weather. I am definitely a warm weather bird. I love a palm tree. I love the ocean. I love the sand. Uh, I could have sand in my ears and it's not going to bother me. So, okay, enough, Vicky. Who cares at this point? So, anyway, this is us. You know, I'm happy as a little lark. We're on the pier enjoying the July 4th weekend festivities. My layout, this background paper up here is Amy Tangerine from the sketchbook collection. I put the pink watercolor around the edges. I did not put the green watercolor around the edge. She did that. This is from the Amy Tangerine bits, as is this. And this little number up here is from Cakewalk, October Afternoon. These little things right here are came in a rack from Letty, who is Miss Chica's One. Hi, Letty. I'm loving them. And they actually are a very heavy plastic, and they're a transparency. I put black paper behind this one and white paper behind this one. And it says what we did this month, and I put swim, eat, beach, sleep, swim, eat, beach, sleep, which is about what we did the whole time there. And it says things to do, and I just did a little journaling over here, letting people know it's the St. Pete Pier, July 4th, 93, and Casey and the Sunshine Band was there. This is a little hard, and I forget who. Oh, Heidi Swap. That's a Heidi Swap disco heart, I think they call it. The paper down here is also from the Amy Tangerine collection, and I'll show you that in a minute. This little number came from My Little Bicycle, or Little Yellow Bicycle. You guys know what I mean. It's their Travel Abroad collection. The alphabet here, Aren't We? That is, it came in one of those little folder type books. I did a haul video on it, a couple of haul videos ago, but you guys probably know what I'm talking about. American Crafts, Remarks, Alphabets, love them. You get a nice broad range of alphabets. They stick well. I'll be buying more of them. And this is Alpha Beans alphabet stickers. And I've said this before, you've got to watch buying the alphabets or Alpha Beans stickers, because there's really small ones and then there's the larger ones. The good thing is I like them both, but you know, if you're looking for the really small ones, double check, make sure you're ordering the smaller of the fonts, because they do have a small one and a big one. But like I said, I like them both. The question mark is from this set, and I think that about does it. The black paper here is Recollections, and everything else. Oh, up here, my little Brad is from Melody Ross, and I really like Melody Ross. I don't think I have anything other than those Brads that I picked up at Joann a couple of months ago. That is Melody Ross, but I'll be looking for more of her stuff. Let me swim in. Let me zoom in. I was looking at this and read that and said, let me swim in. Oh boy. Oh, and the title reads, Aren't We Smug? And I'm just like, what was going on with the face we were making? I mean, look at this. I remember that day like it was yesterday, but I don't know why we was making such a smug face. And look at my outfit. You know what I should have sang when I started the video? I can't talk tonight. I should have sang, she's a maniac, maniac. flash dance. Don't my outfit looks very flash dance, doesn't it? I'm sorry, I'm so wobbly, guys. There you go. I put this little transparency on here, this little bird. With just using my ATG gun, I didn't know if it would show through, but it didn't. It worked just fine. And there you go. Let me share a little tip with you. You'll notice this is the flip side of that layout, and maybe you noticed that I had matted my picture on black cardstock because I used that busy patterned background. There's no way I could have just laid that photograph on that background. Rewind it if you want to see that so I don't have to flip it over again. But anyway, here's what I did. Since I knew I would need some black cardstock to mat that picture on, I cut out this piece using my utility knife. So this is actually the back of that Amy Tangerine camera paper. No one's ever going to tell. It's going to be in a scrapbook album. So just to save on paper, I cut that out and used it to mat my photo on. Now here's a wide view of this layout. And once again, this is a picture from 93 or 94, whenever it was, when myself, my husband, and my son, who was only like 9 to 11 years old then, all went to Florida for a couple of weeks. My favorite beach in that part of Florida, and if you live there or you're visiting the area, I don't know how it is now. I have not been to Florida in about 6-7 years. But Paso Grill Beach, find out where that's at if you don't know where it is. It is one of the most wonderful beaches in the world, if you ask me. It has the sugary sand, and the good thing about it is never packed. It has nice, convenient parking. It's not like you have to park 2 blocks away and then walk to the beach carrying all your stuff. The parking's very convenient. There is ample parking, and now I love Siesta Key and I love Anna Maria Island, but that's across the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. And if you're wanting to stay there in Pinellas County, make sure you check out Paso Grill Beach. Okay, now I'm going to sit you down here and tell you about this layout. Now, I'll start with the picture. Again, husband, me, my son. We went on one of those commercial cigarette boats that go through the Clearwater Beach area. I think it's called the Screamer, the Sun Screamer or something. I mean, this was back years ago. 20 years? My gosh, is it that long? 93, 03, 13? Yeah, almost 20 years ago. And when we were there 6-7 years ago, that Sun Screamer was still out there hopping the waves, and my husband used to have a boat, something, not like that one, not that big, but it was called a jet boat, and so we decided to take a little ride on this thing, and we had a good time. That's us at the front of the boat. Before the boat starts up, they give everybody time if you want to have your picture taken. They have somebody there to take the picture for you, which I think is very nice because, you know, when you're on vacation, if you want a shot of all your entire family, you can seldom get one because somebody has to take the picture. So I thought it was very nice that they had somebody there. You didn't have to ask someone to take the picture, which, you know, I don't mind doing, and I certainly don't mind taking pictures for families. In fact, I have offered to families when I've noticed them, like, you know, even if you're standing in line, I'll say to them, would you like me to get a picture of your entire family for you. And then they'll usually say, oh, that would be great, and can we do the same for you? Anyway, this is the Clearwater Marina, and let's see. Now, the background is Basil Avalanche, very nice textured, on the heavy side of cardstock. One of my favorites. I usually pick mine up at Joann.com, even though I'm always scared to death that Joann.com is going to rip me off. I still can't forego their good sales because they will have Basil Avalanche in a pack of 25 pieces on sale sometimes for $7 to $8. So when that happens, I usually try to stock up on a couple of packs of my background paper. As usual, I matted my picture on the black cardstock. I used my itty bitty Unity stamps to stamp out my pennants. You'll see this like seafoam green here is oh gosh, I forget the name of the paint, guys. Anyway, it is a Martha Stewart paint. I will see what color it is, and then I'll put it on screen here or in the Dropbox. But it has glitter in it, and it is so pretty. And I'll tell you how I found out about it is from Patty, who is Colored Sprinkle Girl here on YouTube. Hi, Patty, if you're watching. I sure do miss you. Anyway, Patty does a wonderful layout. She's just been busy. She's back to school and stuff, so she's not been doing many videos lately, but I know Patty, and she'll be back because she loves scrapbooking every bit as much as I do, which is why I love her. Anyway, she mentioned this paint, and when I found it at like Michael's, I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder she loves it. It's just beautiful and was perfect for these water and ocean and Florida pictures. I used another kind of paint too. I'll let you know what that is, but mostly it is that Martha Stewart glitter paint. This is Thickers, and it's called Fancy. It's either a Dear Lizzie or Amy Tangerine font. I wrote my journaling in here with my Signo Uniball gel pen, and it went on there fine. And you'll just see I just put my little banners on. I stamped them out and then put them on black cardstock so they'd stick out a little bit. I put this on with my brush and then just kind of splattered it a little down here. I wasn't going to do that, but I had a big drip, so, you know, it's one of those mistakes that you can live with. The journaling reads, Randy, Vicky, and Eric. We took a ride on this huge commercial cigarette boat on Clearwater Beach. We were at the front of the boat for this picture. We had just bought the Toyota Tercel. I think it was like 93 or 94. We had just bought a new car before we went to Florida, so I was thinking like that might help me or us to remember about the time we took this trip. Let me zoom in. Gosh, my battery is dying, guys. I might have to share this and then come back and do another couple of videos, or at least one. I have to upload my entry for Judy's contest. Okay. Let me see if we can pick up the glitter. Well, you know what the funny thing is? This paint almost looks a little sandy. Okay. Unfortunately, I better upload these layouts and recharge my battery, and then I'll come back and do more layouts and more jabbering. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon.